Hello students, we'll continue with the acceleration diagram for the crank and slotted lever mechanism. This is the part 2 of the lecture. In part 1, we have learned about the configuration diagram. We have drawn the configuration diagram. We have understood the involvement of Coriolis component in these types of mechanism, and also we have calculated the magnitudes of all the components of the accelerations of various points in the mechanism. In this second part, we will draw the acceleration diagram of the given problem. For this, we take up a point which will have marking of all the fixed points O1, A1 and G1. So first of all, we have calculated the centripetal component of the link OP, that is the centripetal component of acceleration of P relative to O, which is 96.8, and this will be parallel to the link. So for drawing the vector, we will take up a scale, that is 10 meter per second square will be represented by 2 centimeter. So to draw the centripetal component of P relative to O, we have to draw the parallel line. So we take up a roller scale, place it on the link OP, and we drag the roller scale up to point O1, so that we can draw the acceleration vector from O1. So from O1, we draw the acceleration vector according to the scale taken. The length of the vector will be according to the scale taken. So we get the point P1 and the acceleration of P relative to O. Next, we have to draw the acceleration of Q relative to P. The slider. The slider will be having rotary motion as well as the sliding motion. So it will have the Coriolis component, also the sliding component. So we will draw the Coriolis component first. We have calculated the Coriolis component as 35.5 and it will be perpendicular to the link. So we will draw a vector which will be perpendicular to the link AQ. The direction, as we know, the direction of the Coriolis component is decided by rotating the velocity vector at an angle of 90 degree in the direction of rotation of the link, or in the direction of angular velocity of the link. So as we saw that this was the velocity diagram, and we can see that this is the direction of the velocity vector of Q relative to P from top to bottom. So we draw this vector like this. This is VQP, and we have to rotate this vector at an angle of 90 degree in clockwise direction, because the angular velocity is in clockwise direction. So after rotating in the clockwise direction at 90 degree, we get this as the direction of Coriolis component from right to left. So we will draw a vector from P1 from right to left of length 35.5 meter per second square taken to a proper scale with the use of a set square. We place the set square on the link AR, and the other side will be on point P1, and we draw the vector P1 QP. Next, we have to draw the sliding component of the acceleration, that is Fs QP. The direction will be parallel to the link AR. So we will take a roller scale, place it on the link AQ, and we will drag it to the point QP. From here we will draw a vector which will be parallel to AR, as we don't know the length of the vector, so we'll leave it as it is for now. Next, we have to draw the acceleration components of the link AQ. So we have calculated the centripetal component FCQA as 20.4 and it will be parallel to AQ. That will be drawn from point A1. So again we'll take up a roller scale, place it on AQ and we'll draw the vector parallel to AQ from A1. The length of the vector will be 20.4 taken to a proper scale. So by this we will obtain the point QA. From QA we will draw the tangential component of AQ that will be perpendicular to the length AQ. So we will take a set square, place one of the sides on AQ and another side should pass through the point QA, and we will draw the vector, the tangential component of Q relative to A as shown here. The intersection point will be point Q1 and this will give us the tangential component of or the sliding component of Q relative to P and the tangential component of Q relative to A. Also this will give us the total acceleration of Q1 as FQA, the total acceleration of QP as FQP. Further, we have to locate the point R, which is on the link, extended link AQ in the velocity in the acceleration diagram. So as we know, it will be located on this extended vector AQ with the help of the ratio, which can be written as A1R1 divided by A1Q1 will be equal to length AR upon length AQ. This will give us A1R1 as 9.2 centimeter. So we will draw this vector on this extended A1Q1 vector. So we will obtain point R1. Next, we have to draw the velocity, the acceleration for link RS and SG. For this, we will write down the vector equation as acceleration of S relative to O will be equal to acceleration of S relative to R plus acceleration of R relative to O. S relative to O or S relative to G will be equal to acceleration of R relative to O plus R relative S relative to R. This can be written as G1S1 is equal to FRO plus FCSR plus FTSR. This is in the components. So this will be equal to G1S1, which will be equal to O1R1 plus R1SR plus SRS1. These will be the notations. So this is the total acceleration of. Next, we will draw the acceleration of the link RS. For this, we have already calculated the centripetal component. This will be parallel to RS. So we will take up a roller scale, place it on the link RS, and we will draw the vector from the point R1 equal to 6.63 taken to a proper scale. The direction will be from S to R towards the center of rotation of the link. So we will obtain the point SR. From SR, we will draw the tangential component of this acceleration of S relative to R that will be perpendicular to the link. So we will take a set square and do the needful. As we don't know the length of the vector, so we will draw a line which will be perpendicular to the link and we will leave it as of now. Next, we have to draw the acceleration of the slider. The slider will be having motion in the horizontal line. So the acceleration of the slider will also be in the horizontal line. So by the use of the roller scale, we will draw a vector parallel to this axial line as shown here. This will be drawn from the point G1. The intersection of 2 points will give us point S1. So by this we will get the tangential component of SR and the acceleration of slider plus the acceleration of link or acceleration of S relative to R. So this is how you draw the acceleration diagram of the crank and slotted lever mechanism. Further, with the use of this acceleration diagram, we need to find out the acceleration of the cutting tool at S. So the acceleration of the cutting tool at S will be the acceleration of the slider, that is FSG. This can be measured as G1 S1. So the acceleration of the slider or the cutting tool at S is G1 S1, which is measured as 6.55 centimeter, which according to the scale taken is equal to 32.8 meter per second square. Next, we need to calculate the angular acceleration of the link RS. So the angular acceleration of the link RS will be tangential component of the link RS divided by the length of the link RS. This will be equal to SRS1, the vector SRS1, which is measured as SRS1 is here. So this is measured as 3.15 centimeter. It is converted to the scale. It will be meter per second square here again. So this will give us the angular acceleration of the link RS as 52.3 radian per second square. So this is how you draw the acceleration diagram for the crank and slotted lever mechanism. And in this video we have also seen how to draw and compute the Coriolis component in its magnitude and direction. And also we have solved the problem to find the acceleration of a point which is moving on a link, and that link is also having an angular velocity. So such type of problems you can also take up from the book and practice on your own. Thank you.